Hey lovelies, how are you doing today? I'm feeling exceptionally well, and the spring vibes are nourishing my mood, and I'm feeling really grateful these days. And on top of that, I received this beautiful thing in my mail. It's a present from Optimum, which created the beautiful blender that I use all the time and I'm really happy with. So I'm quite excited to try this one out as well. And I will be doing a review for Optimum on the air fryer later when I figured out how it works and what I think of it. And I will do a truly honest review several videos ahead. But now I have to try it. I just got it and I don't know how it works or what to do with it yet. I know you are supposed to be able to make fries and stuff like that with it that are healthier than the deep fried fries that we so adore and shouldn't eat. But today I'm not making fries. I will do a soda bread, just a simple recipe, and see if you can use this machine instead of an oven and what the results will be. Really long story, but I hope it makes sense. Let's jump straight to the ingredients and get baking. I have 400 grams of flour here. This is a mix of spelt and rye flour, but you can create your own mix. This is 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and I like to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder as well, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and my favorite is rice bran oil. And traditionally you would add buttermilk to the recipe, but I like to use Greek yogurt and a splash of water. You can combine all of the ingredients in a mixing bowl. That will be just fine. I like to use a food processor. So first I'm adding my flour into my food processor, next my baking soda, baking powder, salt, some rice bran oil, beautiful Greek yogurts. This is about 400 grams. And then I add a splash of water, 50 ml worth. As soon as all of the ingredients are well combined, stop the mixing, because otherwise you will overmix it and the dough will get heavy and you will end up with a brick instead of a luscious, fluffy bread. I'm going to transfer the dough onto a dusted surface, which is basically the most difficult part of this recipe. Mixture going. I will not be kneading this dough. I will only be forming it into a ball. So you only really lightly touch the dough. It's really easy for this bread to get quite heavy, so the most important thing is not to overwork it. And it's going to look like this, a little bit rustic. And instead of a baking tray, I'm going to use this thing, which comes with my HealthyFry. What it needs is a little bit of greasing, so a few drops of rice oil going in, and I'll just grease it with my hands. So now my dough can go in here. The great thing about soda bread is that it doesn't need any time to rise. We can bake it straight away. So I'm going to preheat this HealthyFry, and if you're using the oven, preheat it at 220 Celsius and you have to bake it for 30 minutes. The maximum temperature on the HealthyFry is 200 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to preheat it at that temperature. I think I'm going to use the baking one, 20 minutes, but I'm sure it needs 30 minutes, so I'm adding some minutes to it. Before I can cut into this loaf, I need to wait for a few minutes because it's really, really hot and it needs to cool down, because otherwise it will just fall apart. I hope this bread will be nice and crusty and fluffy in the middle, just the way it's supposed to be. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This bread is also just as easy to make in your regular oven. Bake it at 220. I don't know if I said it before, for about 30 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.